Barev. Hey, my name is Fassil and welcome back to another episode of Fassil Eats The World. Today, we'll be taking a field trip through the wheat fields of Armenia. Armenia is a landlocked country in the Caucasus region of Western Asia. Now, when most people think Armenia, they think the Kardashians. But Armenia has a long history dating back to the 7th century BCE. And Armenia was one of the first kingdoms to formally adopt Christianity in the early 4th century CE. A fun fact about Armenia is that they have their own distinct alphabet consisting of 39 letters. Armenian cuisine is very similar to Mediterranean cuisine, but Armenian cuisine focuses more on the quality of the ingredients instead of heavily spicing their food. So, today we are making Matnakash. I don't know. I really don't know. I tried looking it up, I couldn't find it. Please let me know down in the comments below if you're Armenian how to pronounce this dish. Matnakash is a type of flatbread, and it means finger pull or finger draw. Now, with all that introduction out of the way, let's get to the cooking. So, we're gonna start by measuring out 200 grams of flour, which should be roughly 1.5 cups. We will be using this flour as our starter, to which we're adding 1 teaspoon of instant dried yeast, and then we'll slowly add 250 milliliters of lukewarm water, slowly mixing that in. You're just gonna wanna mix this. Just keep mixing. Make sure there are no dry bits of flour. You just want a nice thick paste. I think this is about good. So once you have a thick paste, you're gonna wanna cover and then leave in a dry, warm place. I would recommend the oven actually for this. Leave it in the oven for about 1.5 hours until it's doubled in size or it starts to form bubbles. So after 1.5 hours, your starter should look like this. We're gonna go ahead and place this in a stand mixer bowl. We're gonna add 1 teaspoon of sugar, 1.5 teaspoons of salt, 300 grams of flour that we'll slowly add bit by bit. This is good for now. 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil, and 100 milliliters of water. You're gonna wanna mix this for about 8 minutes, slowly adding your flour as you go until you get a ball of dough. So we got a nice little ball of dough forming. I'm gonna go ahead and just throw in the rest of my flour now. Okay, I'm gonna continue mixing. So remove the excess dough from the dough hook. I recommend pre-flouring your hands a little like that, just to make sure it doesn't stick as much. And then we're gonna transfer our dough into a bowl that I've already pre-greased. The dough should be both elastic and sticky, like this. As you can see, it's very sticky, very, very sticky. Come on. Cover it with a towel and let it rest for about 1 hour or until it's doubled in size. So I've decided to take this opportunity to brew me some black tea, because you need to treat yourself in life sometimes. Don't you think? I think so. Actually, this tea is an important secret step in making the Matnakash. After the first hour, you're gonna wanna punch the air out. Oh, I should have floured my hand. Okay, so after flouring your hand, you're gonna wanna punch the air out, like that, and then you're gonna wanna fold it over on itself 3 times, just to make sure all the excess air really does have a chance to escape. And then we're gonna cover it again and let it rise for another hour. So once it's doubled in size again, you're gonna wanna punch down. Make sure you flour your hands. Turn it over a couple times, make sure you get all that air out. We're gonna throw some flour down, and then we're gonna go ahead and knead this guy. Just keep working the dough, like so. I've never worked with dough this sticky before. So next, we're gonna cut this in half. Like that. 2 equal parts and then roll them up into balls. And like that. Okay, so we're gonna transfer this onto a baking sheet. And then lightly grease your hands. By that I'm taking some vegetable oils. And then we're gonna slowly work this into an oval shape. I'm gonna do this as best as I can. So I don't know if my dimensions are correct, but I think this is roughly 33 centimeters across. And then 30 by 20. I don't think this is perfect, but the shape is an oval. And it's my first time, so yeah. Okay, we are now going to create an indent using our hands. You want an indent. And then 3 indents going straight across. So like this. Cover it like so. And then let it rise for 20 minutes. Now it's time for your flour cream. To make it, you're gonna need a tablespoon and a half of flour. You guys remember that black tea we made earlier? Now we're gonna stir that in to the flour. Oh no, I spilled. As you can see, I poured it into a measuring cup for the easier pour. But you don't need that much tea, like 125 milligrams or milliliters will do. I think that's good. We're gonna brush this flour cream onto the bread right before we put it in the oven. We're now going to brush the flour cream onto the dough. I don't know how much is too much. I'm just making sure that it's thoroughly covered. Supposedly this is what gives it its nice golden color. You're gonna wanna make sure your oven is preheated to 450 degrees Celsius, and then you're gonna wanna throw in 3 ice cubes at the bottom to make sure there's some steam in there, and then throw in your dough. After 10 minutes, go ahead and flip it around. And now it's time to take it out of the oven. Oh, look at that color. Oh, can't wait to dig in. I'm gonna let this cool for 5 minutes. Finally, it's time to dig in. I can't wait to taste this Matnakash. Look at that. Doesn't that look good? You can see where I left the indents, the 3 down the middle and then going all around. So I'm just gonna pull this bread apart because it is called a finger pull. So I'm just gonna pull it. Oh, and it's flaky. Oh my god. I can't wait. Okay, ready? Nice and crispy on the outside, soft and chewy on the inside. This is really good. So in terms of the flavor, there's a little saltiness from the salt earlier. Like it's pretty basic. Like we in Ethiopia have this kind of bread too. Tastes like stuff I've been eating my whole life. The only difference is Ethiopian breads, they're not as flat as this. Usually we have injera. Injera is a flatbread, but the cooking process, everything about it's different. But we also have this other type of bread that we eat along with tea, but it's thicker. And it's not as, there's no crisp to it, it's just, bread. But this, it's, nice and thin. It has that crust, that crunch. I love it. And then, like I said, the inside, nice, soft, chewy. It has layers. I don't know if you can see that right there, but where the indents are. So, you could almost keep ripping it apart. You got like breadsticks almost. If you think about it, you can just keep pulling them, and you got like little mini breadsticks. You know what? That actually gives me an idea. Give me 1 second. I still got some chimichurri, baby. The point is, I still got some chimichurri. I got some chimichurri here from last week's episode, Argentina. Go check it out. There's probably, I don't know, a link up here somewhere. Check it out. So here goes nothing. I need a Nobel Peace Prize. Argentina, Armenia. Wow. I'm about to cry. That was really good. Look at that. The Matnakash and the chimichurri, they complement each other, man. This is really good. The texture, the crunchiness, and the chewiness of the bread, the Matnakash, combined with the acidity. I don't even know if it's acidity. I'm just making shit up now. But the vinegar flavor, and the garlic, and the parsley, and the red pepper. Oh my, this is a perfect match made in heaven. I'm telling you right now. This is so good. To me, this is like the perfect party food, right? You got some Matnakash that you can put on the middle of the table, a bunch of it. People come in, they rip off a piece. You have chimichurri as your dipping sauce. Like match, literally a match made in heaven. I'm telling you right now, 10 out of 10. And then just the Matnakash by itself. Nice, simple, couple ingredients, great flavor. Especially the texture, like the dip, comparing it to the Ethiopian bread. Comparing it to the Ethiopian bread, like that difference, the fact that this has two different textures to it, like really elevates it for me compared to the Ethiopian bread that I grew up eating. The dabbo, we say dabbo. Other than that, Armenia, you got other dishes. I would definitely want to come back and check it out. Let me know what I did right, what I did wrong. Am I pronouncing all these words incorrectly? Are there, what's like a typical dipping sauce, or what do you guys eat this with? You know, let me know down in the comments below. What accompanies Matnakash? As always, please like, subscribe, leave a comment, share it, let the world know. Next week we'll be visiting Australia. Until then,